off here today.
Just rest.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
good to go tonight.
Yeah.
Is he dealing with anything, or is it just a maintenance?
How's he been dealing with the fact that puck hasn't fallen for him? Scoring is such a big part of his identity, right?
Yeah, no, it's obviously it weighs on everybody. Like a player like that, he's, he wants it. He wants to help the team by putting the puck in the net. Listen, I said it before. He's getting the opportunities. That hasn't really changed from last year. It's just it's not going in as much this year. But his overall game for me, I'll go off last game. He did a great job. Defensively and, going up against Barkov, who's one of the best in the league. He's doing a lot of good things. We just got to stick with it, the goal scoring, he's getting the chances. You just got to keep shooting, and we need him to play 200 feet.
What have you seen from the team down the hallway tonight, heading into tonight's game, sir?
Yeah, they got a lot of good players. I think they're doing a real good job defensively this year. Allmark helps in net for him. He's a real good goalie, so it's going to be a tough game. They're a desperate team, as we should be too, and it's going to be another playoff game in my opinion.
So what's the trickle-down effect on the Lions tonight? Austin back in?
Yeah, Camp will be out. Yeah.
Looks like you're really juggling the lines here today. What are you looking to accomplish?
Mixing it up a little bit. Sometimes players get a little stale playing with each other for quite some time, and kind of gives us a little bit more depth on three lines.
Yeah, does a game like Max had the other night kind of make you want to put him higher in the lineup?
Yeah, that wasn't a thought process though. He had a real good game, we know that, but he's played with Austin before, and he's a good playmaker, and it's important that Austin has a playmaker on his line.
Do you feel with the 3 home games and having last line change it'll help reassert your team's game, do you think?
With having
just being at home for 3 games?
No, I think, yeah, for sure. It'll be 4 in a row from the last game, but we got to feed off last game. Did a lot of good things in that game. Our checking side of things, it's a low event game, but for quite some time this year, like for a long stretch, we played in a lot of low event games and came out on top, and that's got to be our recipe.
Yeah, Knies was saying it's been hard to get back to the identity for a full 60. How much do you think that is just the energy levels in the schedule you've been facing?
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, that road, we were on the road for quite some time after the break. Obviously it's hard, but again, it's not excuses. We gotta fight through it. But now we're at home here, got a little rest. We should have good energy here at home.
As a guy who played physical, what do you appreciate about Brady Tkachuk's game and what he brings to them?
Yeah, he's typical power forward, very good at it, obviously, and has a lot of gamesmanship. He's a strong player, very good player, real strong down low around the net. Like I said, he's a very good power forward.
Stolarz tonight?
Stolarz, yes.
So consecutive, one into the...
Just, I think Stolarz from the injury and then, the break, just want to get him some more games here.
Key to getting you guys back on track in the win column tonight?
Well, no, it's going to be a competitive game, a hard game. Obviously, that team's playing with some serious desperation over there, and we got to make sure we're ready to match that and give more.
What's it like to be home? It was 6 straight weeks on the road for you.
Yeah, it was tough, to be honest. It's nice to be home. I mean, just be in your own bed, be your own house, just relaxing in your own personal space. So, yeah, it's really nice to be home.
Does it give you a jolt energy-wise? How are you feeling energy-wise?
Yeah, I think our coaches and our team's been pretty understandable with what obviously happened the last 6 weeks. So, trying to just get as much rest as I can off the ice. There's not been too much, for me to do off the ice. So I've just been kind of chilling, going for walks, and that's really about it.
You're used to the noise in the market. What's the last week been like for you?
Hockey-wise, nothing. I mean, I'm just out here playing hockey with these guys, and I'm enjoying that.
Tree came out the other day and said he was 1,000% behind you. What did that mean to you?
Yeah, it's great. Like I said, I'm here to play hockey with these guys, and I'm excited for that.
Looks like maybe a new line for you tonight. What's the feel with JT and McMahon? What do you think you guys can do together?
Yeah, we played together before, obviously this year, so in past years as well. So obviously Bobby brings a lot of speed off the left side. He's got a quick release. He's got a great shot. Johnny brings just that steadiness of finding quiet ice around the O zone, putting himself in good spots, gets himself around the net that obviously we all know he's got a great stick. So for me, it's just trying to find them in the right areas and trying to find pucks to get to the net for good opportunities for tips.
Ovechkin's going for Gretzky's record. He's 8 back. As a guy who grew up watching him and I'm seeing him do this and competing against him, what's it like to see him this march to the record?
Yeah, it's I don't know the right wording, but it's spectacular to watch. It's really cool. I think a lot of people thought that record would ever be broken, or a lot of Gretzky's records will never be touched. So for him to only be 8 back, it's pretty insane realistically. I watched a lot of his highlights growing up as well, and just what he does with the goal scoring aspect is unbelievable.
What was it like to play with him against him as a young guy? Just he's such a bulldozer.
That's exactly right. He's a bulldozer. It was a pretty surreal moment, first playoff series against that team and that powerhouse they had in Washington. So he's a big man out there. He gets around the ice well, gets the puck on and off his stick well. He doesn't need much time, obviously, to get it on and off his stick. That's what makes him, probably one or if not the best goal scorer of all time.
How important is it for you guys to reassert yourselves at home? You guys have slipped a bit, I think, record-wise.
At home, you're saying?
Yes.
We haven't been home in a while, so I don't know. But yeah, we just gotta, stay confident in our game. Know we're doing the right things. We're going in the right direction. Just keep trusting the systems, trusting what we're doing, and let the work ethic go, and trust we're gonna get the results.
Obviously, you were pretty young when the Battle of Ontario's in the early 2000s, but is it kind of cool to see that getting revved up again? I mean, they're trending up, and the buildings are usually a little more electric when these games come up.
Yeah, that team's been, up and coming for the last 2 or 3 years, and you knew they were going to eventually, get through that barrier. And they got a lot of skill over there. They got a lot of work ethic. So, like I said, we just got to be ready to match that and give more. And just know we got to play the patient game. It's can't be forcing stuff. You can't be giving up easy stuff. So that's where our heads got to turn around, and mindset-wise, got to go.
Puck hasn't been dropping for Austin in terms of goal scoring here. He's been through this stretch with you too on the road constantly. What's your sense of how he's kind of holding up and dealing with everything?
Yeah, he's been playing some great hockey. Yeah, so I think a lot of people just look at us and want us to get points every single night, and that's all they care about. But he's been playing a great defensive game. His PK's been pretty special for us as well. He means a lot to us on that ice, regardless if he's scoring goals or not. So. They'll eventually start falling, and that's something you don't got to worry about. It'll come. So everything else, you're happy with how his game's playing. And, everything else will fall in place.
What did you think of Domi's game the other night?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, Dome plays with his passion on his sleeve. You see it every game, and he brings that passion. So something you love to see, something you love to have on your team, and yeah, he brings it every night.
Has your own mindset, in regards to production, evolved over the years too? When maybe you go through stretches where the points aren't there, what it was maybe previous, you're able to handle it differently than earlier points?
Maybe. I think at the start, I don't know. It's a tough question, I think, in a way, because at the start, you're just happy to be playing in the NHL, and you just want to do your thing out there. And once you get older, you want to start obviously producing and helping your team out, and that's what a lot of people expect you to do. And you do go through stretches where stuff won't fall for you, and you can't really focus on that too much. You just got to focus on other parts of your game and trust that the work ethic and the stuff you're doing defensively or just with your puck play is going to result in the production to come with it.
For most about your home kind of debut, any moments where it was kind of surreal for you last game?
Yeah, I think coming out on the ice, you get the chills. I think hearing that and going out there. So that was really cool to be on the other side of it. My brother and dad were at the game, a couple cousins, and about 10 of my buddies. So it was really cool for me, and wish we got the 2 points and contributed. But another big one tonight, and I'm sure it'll be the same feeling.
What's the Battle of Ontario mean to you? What did it mean to you growing up?
Yeah, those are the games I remember coming to as a kid, and remember the playoffs, how intense it was. So, yeah, it's try to get in it right away and be physical and provide some value for our team.
What do you think you'll remember most about the first game here as a Leaf?
I think having that family, being able to watch you, and I'm excited for my wife to come down this week and have her be at a game with our son. So that would be really nice for us. But it was a cool feeling going out on the ice and being a part of it.
When do you expect them to get here?
They're coming down midweek, so yeah, we'll get all settled and get into our place. But yeah, I miss them, and can't wait for them to come down and come to the first game.
What was yesterday like for you? Finally, maybe a day off to maybe catch your breath after joining a new team on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of relaxing, just relaxed and. Yeah, caught up on some sleep and yeah, that was pretty much it. But nice to get away for a day and kind of let your mind at ease and come in refreshed today. So it was big for me and just walked around a little bit and got some fresh air.
You got a little time with John and Willie the other night. What was that like?
Yeah, it was good. I moved to the wing there and thought I'd make some good plays coming out of the zone and yeah, it was fun with them. So. Yeah, just wherever they need me throughout the night, try and plug myself in and do the best I can and bring that physical brand of hockey and provide energy. And that's what I'm here to do. So try and do that to the best of my ability and continue to get comfortable. I think it was probably the best one for me so far, coming in and just having my legs under me and being comfortable.
What's the biggest adjustment on the ice when you join a new team mid-season?
Yeah, I think knowing the spots to go to, different systems and things like that. So it's a lot of talk with your line mates and the D. But yeah, that's the biggest change, I would say. At the end of the day, it's still the same game and you're going out there, but just little things where you're trying not to overthink it.
What has stood out to you the most about Nylander so far, being around him?
Yeah, highly skilled, very explosive, sees the ice really well and can rip it. So he's special and it's fun to watch him out there.
What was yesterday like? A chance to maybe catch your breath a bit?
Yeah, it was nice. It was a lot of fun. Just getting to throw the legs up and relax a little bit. It was nice.
So what's the key now, getting back into it tonight to kind of get back in the win column, get back on track for the team?
Yeah, I still think we're trying to find our identity a little bit. There was spurts of it last game. I think we dominated play for a little bit, but I think that there was times we kind of let off the pedal, and we're just going to try to play a full 60 minutes today, and really get back to our identity.
You haven't played a lot at home recently, but you have a few coming up. How important to reassert yourselves here?
Yeah, it's important. Obviously, you see our division's very tight, so every point matters, and. Yeah, I think we're bringing in a pretty good opponent that's fighting for their playoff lives. So it's gonna be a good night here at Scotiabank.
What's it like going up against Brady Tkachuk?
Yeah, I mean he's a big tough player. Hard to handle. Kind of guy that I like to play like. It's difficult playing against him on a daily basis. So. Yeah, he's a good player. I know he's a big impact player for them. So we're gonna try to. Limit his chances and try to keep him quiet.
Is there a part of his game in particular that you kind of look at and you're like, okay, that's kind of the way I want to play?
I think it's just his size and physicality, the way he's around the net, the way he scores goals. It's in all different kind of ways. So something like that, I can definitely pick up and try to add to my game.
Austin gets the morning off, and the puck hasn't been falling for him during this stretch. What's your sense of how he's kind of dealing with everything?
I mean, he's been good. He's been, in up spirits. He's still being a good leader and good example for all of us. So, yeah, I think we're just looking to turn it around here. I need to help him out a little bit more. I think my game has slipped too. So, I got to look to be better. And I think it's all of us in this room that have to take another step. And I think we'll be just fine if we do.
What do you think of Domi's game the other night?
It was good. It was incredible. The hit, the fight, the goal. That's something you'd love to see out of him. That's the kind of impact he can make on a game. So I just want to see more of that from him.
Young guy in the league, when you learned about the Battle of Ontario and what these games are like?
Yeah, they're intense. They're fun to be a part of. It's always a good atmosphere, whether we're at their place or ours. It's you can kind of feel that tension in the building, and it's a fun thing to be a part of.
Talk about your game slip a little bit. Where do you feel like it slipped, do you think?
I just think my puck play a little bit, I think a little bit with hesitation too on the forecheck, I think I just got to be a little bit more aggressive. little bit more tenacious, and I think that's going to help me a lot more on getting pucks back and creating giveaways and kind of taking it to the net and being around there. I think that's going to help me a lot.
Coach was saying on the power play he wants to see the first shot hit the net more, create more rebounds. Is that a conscious thing you guys got to work on?
Yeah, I think. I think if we miss the net, it's going down the other way. And we can't really have that. We just got to create second and third opportunities, and that's going to happen when we hit the net and create rebounds and chances around there. So yeah, it's pretty important to hit the net there.
Anything that PK's looking at right now when it comes to trying to tighten things up?
Honestly, I think we've been doing well. I think we gave up some bad bounces, but I think we've done well. I think we've hit our structure well. I think we just got to keep it going. I think it's going to go in our favor. I think those were just bad bounces, and I think we're doing a great job. So I think we just got to keep it going.